Yo, what is up, everybody? It is Raging Dusty here, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about why I personally think the iPhone 15 Plus is the right iPhone for most people. And yes, this is also a review. So, if you are a person who's actually a pro user, like you are a pro user, and you need the best camera hardware you can get on a phone for video, then this one is not the right one. However, however, for most other people who aren't actually pro users and aren't going to use any of the pro features, this iPhone is the best iPhone you can buy. Not the standard 15, not the 15 Pro, not the 15 Pro Max. You just want the bigger screen. Be honest, everyone, you just want the bigger screen. This has got you. Well, until the iPhone 16s come out, and then that's a whole different story. But the iPhone 15 Plus is the perfect iPhone for most people. And the first reason why is the price. I mean, $900 for a 60 hertz screen is not great, but getting the screen out of the way. If you take advantage of a carrier deal, I took advantage of a carrier deal. So, if you take advantage of a carrier deal, you could get this phone, in some instances, just like I did, for free. Well, actually, for me, I'm paying $3 a month because I upgraded the storage. But this would have been free. Now, I got a case on it. Just to show you guys the raw color. You take the case off. I got the pink iPhone. It's very pink on camera. It might just be my computer's background. That's okay, though. But for the rest of the video, I'm going to use the phone caseless. So, the build quality is the next thing that I really like about this phone. It doesn't have the titanium rails, so it's not a fingerprint magnet. It's not going to smudge like the titanium rails on the 15 Pro and Pro Max do. Aluminum build quality is fine. It's fine. I'm recording on an S24 Ultra, which has titanium rails, and I can immediately notice the fingerprints. You ain't got no fingerprints on this one, bro. Next up, we got the display. It's nice and big. It's gorgeous. It's bright. I have auto brightness turned on right now, but normally I rock my phones on max brightness. I figured why not give auto brightness a try for a little bit, see how it goes. I'm probably going to turn it off in like a day, knowing me. But the display on this phone is fantastic. The only thing that I do not like about the display is this cutout. Alright, I'm shutting my window. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry for the interruption. There were too many loud cars going by, so I had to shut the window. But we were on the display, and the display, this is the only thing I don't like about it. The dynamic island protrudes into a lot of my content. It's nothing like a punch hole display. Nothing like a punch hole display at all. The S24 Plus has a punch hole display. It's hard to see. There you go. I don't have this phone turned on right now. And I don't want to turn it on because I'm selling it. But the display on this phone, bright. It's color accurate. In fact, it's the most color accurate display I have on any phone. But it is not the best display. That goes to the phone I'm recording with, the S24 Ultra. But it's color accurate. It's bright. I've got no complaints with this display. Other than that terrible dynamic island design. I know it's for Face ID, but it's terrible. Next thing that I really like about the 15 Plus compared to the 15 Pro and Pro Max. May I say anything else? The mute switch is just better in my opinion. I know the action button it's customizable and all that, but let's be honest, based off of what I've seen, you use the action button for a week and then no one uses it. I don't even use it. When I had the 15 Pro Max, I literally set it to the flashlight and then never used it. Like, it's not even a joke. I just never used it. And yeah, I prefer the mute switch. I actually use the mute switch, especially at work, because I like to mute my phone at work because, well, I don't want notifications going off and all that. But yeah, the mute switch, another amazing feature. The next thing that I really like about this phone, the camera. So this phone right here, I know this is just a photo. This phone right here, this is the phone that I record all my videos with. And there's a reason. This phone has the best video on any phone that I have. All the phones that I have, this phone right here takes the best video. The next best option being the S24 Ultra, which is what I'm recording with right now. But yeah. These two cameras for video, no slouch. For photos, I would rather use a Pixel. I have a Pixel for photos. In fact, the Pixel is my current daily. But you want to take videos? You buy an iPhone. Enough said. And if you absolutely hate the iPhone, then the next best option is the S24 Ultra. So it doesn't matter if you buy a standard model or a Pro model. Even the iPhone SE, by the way, takes better video than most Android phones. Well, I would say the only Android phone that beats it is the S24 Ultra. That's it. For video recording. That's the only phone that beats the iPhone SE. For video quality. Every iPhone since the 6S has had amazing video quality. And I'm not going to argue about that. I wasn't a fan of iPhones back with the 6S. I did not like their user interface. I still don't like the user interface that much. But I've gotten used to iOS. Because I started with the iPhone 12 mini was my first iPhone that I actually bought and owned. I did use one Apple product before that. It was the iPod Touch. And it was like the third generation iPod Touch. But that's a different story for another day. So, needless to say, if you're going to record videos, you buy an iPhone. Doesn't matter if you buy standard or Pro models. Personally, if you are doing video, though, it does not matter which one you go with. You don't have to have the Pro model for video. The Pro model is you only use the Pro model. You only get the Pro model for video if you need Zoom video. Which, let's be honest, most people don't. So, yeah. Video on this phone is fantastic. Oh. The last thing about the iPhone, the best parts... No, two more things, actually. USB-C on an iPhone, finally. I know it was the most hyped up feature on this iPhone. There are some people who don't like the fact that we moved away from Lightning. I got my 14 Pro Max right here. It's currently dead and I don't feel like charging it. This has Lightning. Here's the difference. You got USB-C. You got Lightning. I'm going to prefer USB-C any day of the week because every single product that I own, except my headset, like my gaming headset, uses USB-C for charging. And, well, USB-C, amazing. Alright, the last thing that I really, really like about the iPhone, in fact, is really the best part one of the best parts. You got video consumption. Let me go into one of my videos. I'm just going to click this one. So I made a bet halfway through the race that after the safety car, if Lando Norris were to win the race, I would be dailying the Google Pixel because I have the 8 Pro and I've had it since close to launch. The speakers on this phone are amazing. I would play a song, but all my music is copyrighted, so I'm not playing a song. So there's a reason why if I'm going to use a phone for music, I'm usually using the iPhone for music. It has the best speakers. The next best being the S24 Ultra. Yes, I'm referencing the S24 Ultra a lot because it's one of my favorite phones. Alright, on to dislikes. Number 1. Lack of customization. You can't put your apps wherever you want. They've gotten better with customization, like you can do themes and stuff now. I don't have a theme installed, but you can do themes and stuff now. I cannot stand the fact that you can't just put your apps wherever you want. So, like, we got Temple Run right here. Hold on. So, say I want to put it down at the bottom of the screen. No, you can't. It doesn't let you. It's dumb. I hate it. I love the ability to put my apps wherever I feel like on the home screen. I don't like being locked to a grid order. You got a grid order. You can't change it. As you can see, maybe I want to move this My Verizon app. Maybe I want to move it to the bottom of the screen. Other than the taskbar down here, or your favorites bar, or whatever it's called. I don't remember what it's called on the iPhone. Maybe I want to move My Verizon. You hold the screen. I want to move it to the bottom of the screen. You guys can see here. You can't. I hate that. I hate it. The next thing that I cannot stand, this phone charges so slow. This phone charges so slow. We got another offender of the slow charging club, by the way. This thing also charges really slow. Battle of the slow charging. This one charges slightly faster. Yeah, charging speeds on this phone are trash. It doesn't matter if you're charging wired, or if you got a wireless charger, or if you're in the fortunate enough position for me, if you guys can see in the corner of the screen, you got MagSafe. Yeah, charging speeds on this phone are so slow. And the last thing that I really don't like about this phone, honestly, is the fact that there are just straight up some apps on here, like some games, that run better on Android than on iOS. The biggest offender is Real Racing 3, which I have somewhere on here. Oh, there it is. For some reason on the iPhone it only runs at 30 FPS, whereas on my Pixel it runs at 60 FPS. On my Galaxy runs at 120. So there are some apps that aren't optimized for iOS as well as Android. However, I can't say that for most apps. Most apps are actually better optimized for an iPhone. Let me show you one. X, aka Twitter. Insta refreshes feed. What does the Pixel do? Here's what the Pixel does. It does not insta refresh the feed. You have to click up here on the posted. And then it refreshes your feed. So, yeah. iPhone's got better optimization for most apps. That's it for this review. I mean, it's an iPhone. What else can I say? It's an iPhone. I mean, my 12 mini feels almost the same as this, other than size. Like, iPhones have not changed much. If you've got an iPhone 14, first off, why'd you buy the iPhone 14 unless you bought a Pro model? And don't upgrade. You got an iPhone 13. Don't upgrade. You got an iPhone 12. Alright, now we're in the territory, maybe consider an upgrade. iPhone 11 and older, I would upgrade. That's it. I mean, if you got an iPhone 11 and older, this is a great upgrade. Like, this is going to be fantastic. If you've got an iPhone 12 or newer, I'm just going to straight up be honest with you. I would wait for the 16. See what the 16 changes, which it's looking like they're adding a new camera button where the millimeter wave antenna is on the iPhone. That's all they're changing. Oh, and the cameras are going to go into a vertical layout instead of horizontal like they were on the iPhone 12 and 11, 10s and 10. Yeah. So if you got an iPhone 11 or older, I would upgrade. If you got an iPhone 12, I would hold off until the 16s. And if you got a 13, you're good for another year or two. That's how I see it for iPhones. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, drop a like on the video. And if you guys like my content, hit the subscribe button down below. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace out.